Hello folks, we come to the exercise, miscellaneous exercise 9 and we are taking the part 6 video. Last class we had taken the 15th problem and now we will go to the 16th one. So let's see what the problem says. It says that A times 1 by B plus 1 by C, comma B times 1 by C plus 1 by A and C times 1 by A plus 1 by B. If they are in AP, you have got to show that A, B and C are in AP. So because it's already given that it's in AP, right away we can take the idea and we can go about seeing what the problem is. Obviously because it is in an AP, this minus this is going to be equal to this minus this. So directly we can start. Given that D times 1 plus C plus 1 plus A minus A times 1 by B plus 1 by C is going to be equal to C times 1 by A plus 1 by B minus B times 1 by C plus 1 by A. This is the definition of AP and we can work it out. All fractions, so we cannot do anything unless we equalize and things like that. So first let's equalize the denominators and then start off with our work. So here we will have it equalized and we get B times A plus C by AC. We are multiplying here with A, here with C. Now here with B, like that. Every case we will multiply and get it equalized. B plus C by BC. Then here with B and this with A, this with A, this with C. So C times A plus B by AB, B times A plus C by AC. Now again that's a mess. Why? Because AC, BC and all that are fractions with different denominators. We cannot do anything. So we'll get a common denominator, then only we are able to work. And when we carefully observe the LCM, probably will come to ABC. So every denominator we will try to see that it will come to ABC. So accordingly we will change the numerator also, so that we are able to get the term. So here we should be multiplying by B, here we should be multiplying by A, this should be by C and this should be by B. So automatically the numerator also there is that change. So it's like B squared times A plus C, A minus A squared times B plus C, then C squared times A plus B minus B squared times A plus C, and they all have a common denominator of ABC. That way these can get cancelled and then we are left with only now the numerators. Let's open up and solve. That's the only way out. So B squared A plus B squared C, we are opening up, A squared B minus A squared C, C squared A plus C squared B minus B squared A minus B squared C. Then in that case we need to club some terms. What to club? Maybe these. Let's see whether it will work or not. B squared minus A squared minus B, B squared C minus A squared C. Then same way maybe these two, and let's see, I don't know whether it will work or not. C squared A minus B squared A, C squared B minus B squared C. Let's see. Now here AB is common, so B minus A is left. Here only C is common, so B squared minus A squared is left. Same way here A is common, so C squared minus B squared is left. And here BC is common, so C minus B is left. Overall here this could be broken up as B minus A into B plus A. So like that, in both the brackets B minus A is common, both the terms. So here AB is left, and here when we open it up it will be CB plus CA. Same way here this is like C minus B into C plus B, where we can have overall C minus B common. So when we open this bracket it will become AC plus AB plus BC. Now when we carefully observe, these two brackets are just the same, so they can cancel each other and we are left with B minus A equal to C minus B, and that's exactly the condition for a AP. So therefore, A comma B comma C is in AP. So whatever was given to us, we have solved it, and that's how we have got the AP. The next question says that A, B, C and D, they are in GP, and you have got to show the three terms that they have given that is in GP. So in fact what you have to show is B raised to n plus C raised to n the whole squared is A raised to n plus B raised to n, C raised to n plus D raised to n. That's how we show our GPs. So let's say now how do we go about doing it? Because A, B, C, D, they are in a GP. Let's use our idea if R is a common ratio. So we could have it like this here. You could have B as AR because they are in GP. Automatically C will be AR squared, D will be AR cube. That will help you a lot in doing all this. So that way we will consider this first. Consider B raised to n plus C raised to n the whole square. What will that come? B raised to n means AR raised to n. C raised to n. AR squared raised to n whole squared. So AR, so this is like writing AR into AR whole raised to n, isn't it? So you can have this AR raised to n common here. So that we are left with 1 here and AR raised to n is left. So R raised to n is left. All this is whole squared, which means it is A raised to 2n when we take the brackets separately, R raised to 2n, n for this, 2 also, and 1 plus R raised to n whole square. So you have it whole expanded that way. Then we can consider the RHS also, that is A raised to n into, okay, so let's consider A raised to n plus B raised to n into C raised to n plus D raised to n. Now A raised to n nothing can be done, it will stay as it is, but B raised to n can be called as AR whole raised to n. Then we have C raised to n, which is AR squared raised to n, and D raised to n means AR cube raised to n. In the first bracket A raised to n can be common, so we are left with 1 plus R raised to n. That's about this. Now here this is A raised to n into R raised to 2n, and this is A raised to n into R raised to 3n when we have that A opening up. Now R raised to 3n can be called as R raised to 2n into R raised to n. Yes, A raised to m into A raised to n is A raised to m plus n when we open it up. So in that logic, you can have this A raised to n into R raised to 2n common over here. Because that is common, in the first term only 1 is there, and in the next term R raised to n is there. You could club this. A raised to m into A raised to n is A raised to m plus m. Like that it can become A raised to 2n, n plus n. R raised to 2n, which is already there. And this is both the brackets, so that can be also squared. And that's exactly what they have told here, right? So therefore, B raised to n plus C raised to n the whole squared is A raised to n plus B raised to n into C raised to n plus D raised to n is proved. If you take LHS, RHS, could have told since LHS is equal to RHS, hence proved. So that's about problem number 17. Now we can go to problem number 18, which says that A and B are roots of that given equation and C and D are roots of that given equation, and A, B, C, D amongst themselves, they are also in GP. With so much data, you are supposed to find out Q plus P is to Q minus P, 17 is to 15. Let's see what this means. A, if they are the roots, sum of roots is minus B by A. So like that it's 3. And product of roots, it is P by A, C by A. And same way, C plus D will become 12 and CD will become Q. Now because these are in GP, A, B, C, D are in GP, since A, B, C, D are in GP, so we can always write it as how we wrote here. Therefore, B will be AR if R is a ratio, C is AR squared and D is AR cube. So what will happen is, we can have this whole thing converted into that form. Probably it will work. So we have, so A plus B is 3 and C plus D is 12. Let's see how that goes. B becomes AR, so that's 3. C becomes AR squared and AR cubed, 12. You can have the AR squared common. So here we have 1 plus R left equal to 12. Here A is common, 1 plus R equal to 3. If we could call this as equation 1 and 2, we could divide it and check what happens. 2 divided by 1. AR squared into 1 plus R divided by A times 1 plus R. Here it's 12 and here it's 3. R squared becoming 4, which makes R value plus or minus 2. Now once the r value is plus or minus 2 corresponding to the value of plus 2 and minus 2, we have to be finding this out. So now let us see, now how do we go about doing this is for r equal to 2, let's check. For r equal to 2, yeah, for r equal to 2, from this equation, from 1 we can get what is a. A is a will be 1 plus 2 3, so that's 1, right? So if a is 1, we can get, you can literally get what is cube that way. So a is there. B is AR, so that means it is 1 into 2 2. C is AR squared, so it is 1 into 2 squared 4, and D is AR cube, which means it is 1 into 2 cube, which is 8. So that gives us value of P. P is AB and Q is CD. P therefore AB means it's 2. Q will be therefore CD means it's 32. So whatever they ask us to find, let's find that. Therefore Q plus P by Q minus P. Q plus P. So 32 plus 2, 34. Q minus P, 32 minus 30. 2 can be common factor, 17, 15. That's what they have asked us, one case. There is another case where you have r equal to 4. So that's proved, okay. For r equal to minus 2. Again same way. For r equal to minus 2, from this equation, if we substitute, we'll get a times 1 minus r, means 1 minus 2 minus 1 is 3. So a is minus 3. Right. Now what is b? B is AR, that means minus 3 into minus 2, 6. So what is C? It is AR squared, that means it is minus 3 into 4, so that's minus 12. And D is AR cube, so that is minus 3 into minus 8, so that's 24. Now with all that, we can get what is P now. P becomes AB, which is sorry, minus 18, and Q becomes CD, which is 24 into 12. 24 into 12, 12 4s are 48, 12 2s are 24, and 4 28, 288, minus 288, right. So they ask us to find Q plus P by Q minus P. Let's find Q for us minus 288, plus P for us is minus 18. Then minus 288 plus 18. So let's see what comes here. 8 and 8, 16, 1 carry, 9 and 1, 10, minus 306. And then this subtraction will dominate. So actually we are subtracting 8 minus 8, 0, 7 and 2. Minus also. The minus and minus will cancel each other. Now let's see how we can, 9 is a common factor, I suppose. Let's check by 9, 9 30s are. Then 9, how many is that? 9 3s are 27 and 9 4s are 36. Again, we're getting the same thing. So 17 by 15. That is also coming to 17 by 15. That is what the question says. Okay, show somehow that the ratio comes to 17 is to 15. That's all about this video. Problems are a little big. With the remaining problems come in the next video. Thank you.